I want to get the F-bomb one day. I give a good F-bomb.
I wonder if I've been given it. I think I...
You can do it right now if you want.
No, come on, that's not fair.
Hey!
Woo! It's not like I'm going to be in a female James Bond in the future.
Manifest it. Manifest it. I'll be your cue.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. Pull it together. Pull it together.
Guys, congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Whenever I see you both in a Mission Impossible movie, it just makes me smile. I'm so happy when I see you guys, and you guys are so great in it. So congratulations. So Rebecca, I'm going to start with you. I always love watching Ilsa do her thing in these movies, and your fight scene on the bridge is like full-on martial art moments. And it got me thinking, what's been the hardest skill you've ever had to learn for Mission Impossible or for your career in general?
Ooh.
It's a big question.
It's big. It's a good question, sir. It's a good question. It's not great, but it's good now.
Now she's takes you up, knocks you down.
She knocks you down. No, I don't know where that's from. It's a good, but no. Anyway,
Just to reiterate.
Moving on. I think for me the biggest fear or the biggest challenge has been challenging fear. So for me, height, for example. I was terrified of going up above 3-4 meters.
That was the first thing you did, wasn't it?
First thing we did in Rogue Nation was they put a little harness on, put me in a little pulley lifty thing, and Wade Eastwood, our trainer, kind of pulled me up to 5 meters and carefully let me down. And then the second time he went up to 20 meters and just dropped me. And he said, "That's the worst thing that can happen. Should we practice?" And I was like,
that's Mission Impossible
"That's
for
a
you.
Mission Impossible for you."
Welcome to the franchise.
Yeah.
That's.
But I did it.
Well done.
Didn't Tom say that to you when you got to the bottom the first time? He just went, "Welcome to Mission
Welcome to
Impossible."
Mission. Well, I remember jumping up, sort of grabbing him, and they go, "Ready?" And I remember just swearing, "I'm not going to do it." But every single word that could have come out, he went, "Does that mean we're ready?" And I went, "Fuck yes!" And he just jumps on.
I love that. Pom, I'm going to start with you first. You look like you had so much fun playing Paris, and it's a bit of a difficult question to answer straight away, but is she your favourite role you've ever played? And if she isn't, then who is?
Oh my god, it's so hard. I love all the roles that I've played. Not all of them, actually. Some of them, I'm like, I wish I had never done this.
Don't name names, it's fine.
No, but recently Mantis Paris, I love them for different reasons. But this one, I got to do action, and I got to do this fight scene with Tom, to work with McHugh and create such a different character. It was really, really amazing, and get to go to these beautiful cities. And I learned so much working on this movie. It's just, it's one of my favorites for sure.
Oh, I love that. You did look like you had so much fun playing it.
Thank you.
Wicked. So Vanessa, Alana is such a great character, and I love that her alias is the White Widow, because it's such a great name. So I was wondering, if you each had to give each other nicknames or aliases that best represented each other's personality traits, what would you call each other?
You mean the character?
You guys yourselves. So
In real life?
Pom would be known as the something something.
What was your nickname?
The Pominator?
No, the other one.
Cute but deadly?
Yeah.
I think I prefer Pominator.
No. That was, I don't know where that was from.
It's a name that was given to me by a stuntman when I did my first movie where I had to fight Old Boy by Spike Lee, and the guy told me the Pominator, and I was like, yes, this is my nickname. She's like, what is your nickname? Peppermint Loveliness.
It's probably because you could smell, because we just had a peppermint tea. It's just in our mind.
The Peppermint Lady.
Just the minty lady. For no reason.
Lovely minty lady.
Why not?
Congratulations on the movie,
Thank you.
and welcome to the Mission Impossible franchise.
Thank you.
So obviously this is your first outing as Grace. What can you tell me about landing this role? Like, did you have to audition? Did you get your own Mission Impossible call from Tom Cruise?
Chris McQuarrie came to see me in a play in London 10 years ago now, and he took me out for dinner afterwards and said, the thing that you can do on that stage, I want it. I just don't know what the character is or the story is yet. And so 6 years go by. In 2019, he calls me and tells me that he's looking for an actor to play alongside Tom. And there are 2 parts to it. It's so ambitious in its scale. And so when I went in for the screen test, both Tom and McHugh said, we don't know what the character is. There isn't a written storyline for her or the whole thing ultimately yet. But we are looking for an actor that we want to work with, that likes the idea of what this process could be for them. and therefore we will then collaborate and work on that character as we go along. And they've stayed true to that. So there was she didn't even have a name. And I began 5 months of stunt training to work out where my natural abilities lay and also what I enjoyed doing. So there's no point in kind of learning all these disciplines but not liking it, right? And so drifting surprised me as something that I took to quite well. It's quite fun to be reckless in a car and be allowed to be. Carve drifting, which is why you have the Rome car chase with her in it. And then working with knives and stunt choreography. And so the character was sort of emerging over time. And here we have someone, therefore, who is consistently inconsistent. I was trying lots of different things. Going, one of these are going to land. They'll work this out afterwards. No idea what I'm doing, but they'll work it out. They know.
One of my favourite things about that story is the fact that, like, how often you must have heard so many times, we're going to make something with you. We'll call you.
Yeah.
Like, although it may have taken like 6 or 7 years, true to their word, and you're in Mission Impossible. It's
I
amazing.
know. Yeah, it's amazing. And yeah.
So obviously going from the bridge scene and to the entirety of that train sequence, it's incredible. It's one of the best action sequences I've ever seen on the big screen. But I'd love to know, which of your own Mission Impossible scenes do you look back on now with the most pride?
That is a very good question. I mean, it's difficult in a way. That's like saying, who's your favourite child? That we've been through so much and done so many things. And if you start picking at that thread, you'll sort of like end up just saying every single thing we've done. I look back on, I love doing the car chase in Morocco with Ethan and Benji in Rogue Nation when we were bombing through those little alleyways. That was a lot of fun. We had great fun in New Zealand when we had to run through looking for the bombs.
Yeah, I like that.
Standing by and watching Tom do stuff is always exhilarating because there's a degree of sort of uncertainty there. Which,
Do you know what I like with you? I know that.
What do you
stunt.
like with me?
Do you know what I like with you?
Talk about me.
I'm going to tell you. I really like you by yourself,
Yeah.
acting with no one else.
Do you?
Because you're very, very good at it. It's like telephone conversations.
A lot of the time I'm just giving since
Giving
the beginning,
orders.
it's like go left, go right.
I would buy a car with his sat-nav voice, sort of giving
were
me the
saying this.
direction
Why
to
does-
school
do
or
this?
something.
Why did they do a
Go
Benji
left,
dumb?
left, left. No, go right.
Yeah, like a slightly urgent sat nav for when
Yeah,
you
a
think
bit stressed.
I'm a bit late for the school run. I'll put the Benji one on. Go left, go right. No. I think that'd be amazing.
What's the most impressive about that, though, is that you never swear. You always
That's
keep
the
your...
least realistic thing about Mission Impossible.
Are we only allowed one?
Well, there's no one. Henry said it in Fallout.
Why'd you have to make this so fucking complicated?
I want to get the F-bomb one day.
You've got it, right?
Yeah, I do. I give a good
I
F-bomb.
wonder if I've been given it. I think I...
You can do it right now if you want.
No, come on, that's not fucking fair.
Hey! So one of the things I noticed in this movie is that you, Tom and Vanessa, you do some incredible eye acting.
Ah.
That is a compliment, I suppose. You know the scene where you're in the Venice nightclub? And
Yes.
you're sort of like looking at each other.
So many looks going on.
So many looks. I was wondering, what essential eye acting tips do you have for me?
Well, the thing. This is going to be a bit disappointing, or it might make you laugh. Vanessa's the queen of this because they will say to her, "Do one with like less blinking because it's more powerful," and she'll go, "Okay," and then she'll do the whole take without. Oh no, there's blink there. But she'll do the whole take like this. And at one point, she did it as she was moving, and didn't blink once, but a single tear ran down her cheek. And on cut, she went, "Oh God." Oh, and how she was able to sustain that the whole way is remarkable. I, on the other hand, went in the opposite direction with my eye acting, which is that I had developed a stigmatism in my eye called esotropia, which meant that when I got tired and I was asked to have, a close-up of looking at you close to me and then having to look further away at someone else, I'd go cross-eyed. And that happened several times for me in the movie where they actually had to cut because I'd be in the middle of something really intense and I'd go, yes. Oh, and then I go, I've gone, hang on, wait, hang on. And I have to kind of like look again like that and then go, okay, I'm back. And then action, I just go, oh, I've gone again, hang on, wait. And yeah, so that was probably the hardest thing for me to do was to be able to kind of keep my eyes, making sure that they weren't turning inwards.
I mean, I did not know that about you. I feel sorry for opening that old wound again, but that's an amazing answer. And your eyes are fine now, right?
Absolutely fine.
There's a lot of importance centred around the choice in Dead Reckoning, and I was wondering, which role do you guys look back on now and think that was the best choice for you in terms of your career and where it's led you?
I mean, I don't know. For me, it was like not a choice. I mean, it was, of course, it's a choice that you accept, but you're like, dying to do it in the first place, you know? So I don't know, for me it was like never, like, I don't know. What do you think?
Mine was, well, I don't know. I chose to start. Sorry.
Rewind.
It's that time of the day. I think we need a coffee, not milk tea. I go wrong.
Sometimes it's like about like taking a leap of faith, you know. I chose to go to the US and just like try something completely different. I could barely speak English, so sometimes it's a choice, but it's like different. It's not just a role; it's just a life choice, you know.
That's amazing.
Like let's go, and also I was like avoiding someone, and you know, like, I need an ocean between this person and me. You know that happens sometimes in life.
Did that genuinely happen?
Yeah. But it's okay now.
Okay,
you know.
good. Vanessa?
Mine is, she said this, it's when I decided to, I tried for 3 years to get into drama school and I didn't get in, and then I got in the last year. And I was so thrilled, and I'd said yes to my place at Lambda in London, and then I got offered 3 plays in a little theatre up in the north of England with this wonderful director. And I had to choose over a week. I had 2 days to decide whether to go to drama school or do that, and it was really hard because I'd always thought, oh my goodness, it took me so long to get in. I always imagined I would. So to choose work and not know, you know, instead of the 3 years that I planned in my mind, I did that, and I didn't know for ages whether it was the right thing. But I'm glad in the end, just because I got to learn from actors on the job and watch people do it, like Pom or like Anthony Hopkins, or there's so many people that I got to watch, you know, as I was sort of growing up in the industry, and I'm so grateful for that. So I think it's probably that.
I know it's obvious, but this one, my choice moment was like a Mission Impossible message. I got a call from J.J. Abrams. I was at my office with Edgar Wright. We were writing Hot Fuzz.
Such a cool environment,
The
you guys. What is that?
I'm so jealous.
What was that?
Let's just get a bit of context.
Just sitting there.
Just a bit of context.
All of my awards on the wall.
And the phone rang, and it was JJ, and he asked me, he said, do you want to come and be in Mission Impossible 3? And it was literally like, you know, should you choose to accept? And
Hadn't you just said as well?
I'd said in an interview that, I'm not going to like go off and be in Mission Impossible 3. I'd just pick this blockbuster
Like
out of the
a
air.
couple of weeks before that.
And then like manifested, the universe manifested it. And for me, looking back, saying yes was one of the most important decisions I've ever made, because this film series has made such a huge impact on my life. Wouldn't have met this flipping Herbert if it hadn't have been for that.
And it's not like I'm going to be in a female James Bond in the future.
Manifest it. I'll be your cue.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to have to go on that. Should I just cut? 'Cause it's not going to get better than that.
Sorry. Pull it together.
I remember when I was younger kind of going, I don't know what thing I am. I don't know what the thing is. I don't know what I can do this and I can do that, and I want to strengthen my skills in that way. And it you know, it goes to show sort of like the varied career I've had and my varied interests in, from something like a literary classic adaptation to a play to an audiobook to a Marvel franchise, a Mission franchise. And I'm just so pleased that I didn't sort of stick to one thing, because it's given me range. It's given me also a feeling of like I'm always out of my comfort zone, so I'm always going to learn something new and develop as I go along. And so every choice that seemed to be a bit left field, of people gone, that's not the obvious choice, like you should cash in on that thing that was, you know, you successful in. I've just gone, I want to do something over here. And that feels like that was all part of my ongoing education to develop a set of skills that could then be interchangeable regardless of what the genre was.
At the start of the movie, there's a great obviously sequence of the airport where Benji has a bit of a, oh my God, I messed up moment. So I was wondering, who from all of your co-stars from all of your movies, who's the best at making you crack and mess up scenes from laughing?
Himself.
Well, when me and Rebecca and Tom and Ving get together, that can sometimes be a recipe for disaster, because particularly if Tom's in a mischievous mood, and he does get mischievous, if things are going well and we're not too pushed for time, like he does that thing when it comes around on my reverses and the camera's looking at me, but it's what's called a dirty close-up of me, and so you can see his shoulder. He'll just move in front of the camera.
You just love, it's like they play off each other. Tom and Simon, for me, are the favourites. You can't get in because, number one, I don't want to go, this is a comic or comedian, but the timing with which this mind's brain and wit works, like the single lines that he comes with. Do the one that you did when we talked about the white The White Widow.
Oh, the White Widow.
It just comes.
I was supposed to be introducing the White Widow on the computer, and I said, our favourite black marketeer and arms dealer, and the woman most likely to kill you with a hat pin at the point of orgasm, Alana Mitsopoulos.
I mean, and we're all going, because maybe we could use it. Maybe we could use the take.
And did you use it?
It just never started well.
No.
No, for some reason we couldn't. I think it was the word hat.
Hat pin.
Yeah, that's the thing that stuck out to me the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once he starts, it's just we can't stop.
And finally, Tom Cruise seems to be on a one-man mission to save Hollywood and save action blockbusters. So I was wondering, very quickly, what's the main thing you've learned from him and what makes him so special?
Always to push beyond your edge, I think.
Yeah,
If
he's
you have an edge, whether
relentless.
it's a cliff, like there,
A literal
basically do
cliff.
that. Yeah. You come to a cliff and you go, I couldn't possibly. And, you know, you might not have Benji screaming in your ear, just do it, but that's what you need, and then you need that. And he
I don't
really
know, for
does
me,
live
he's like the strongest man I know, like mentally, psychologically, and also he's so kind and generous and funny. Like I remember, like sometimes, you know, it was a long shoot. Sometimes for personal reasons, you know, life. You're like, you feel low, things like that. He was the best just to cheer me up, to make me feel better, and to make me feel that everything was going to be okay. And then we'd be like, yeah, everything is great. Like, you know, he has this power of just making you fearless, you know?
He cares deeply about his art. And it sounds lofty, not his arse, his art. Although he does care about his arse.
That's so not what I was going to say.
The amount of squats he does every Wednesday.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, that thing's like
This room.
could bounce balls off it. He don't. No, seriously, he cares so
seriously?
so deeply. And for him, cinema is his life. Cinema is his entire life. And the idea that it was threatened, you know, cinematic exhibition as we know it. I mean, for him, that was a life or death situation, and he absolutely would not bow down to the, you know, to what was happening. And yeah, he played a blinder. The way that he held Top Gun back, the studio wanted to release it. He's like, wait. Dropped it like, you know, at the exact right moment. The way that he powered through the pandemic and wrote the rule book on how to make a film in the pandemic was an incredible leader in that situation. His producerial kind of head, just in overdrive. Every night he was on the phone, he was trying to make things happen. He will say it wasn't just me, it was everybody. But, you know, Steven Spielberg was right. He saved cinema, I think.
Yeah. Steven said that.
That's Tom. Yeah, he was at an award show, wasn't he? And
Yes, yeah.
someone caught him lip reading. Well done, you saved cinema.
Yeah, it was amazing. Guys, thank you so much for talking to me today.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Likewise.
Really, really good.
His fate is written. Shall we write yours too?
If anything happens to them, there's no place that I won't go to kill you. That is written.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Kevin Hart.
Hi, my name's Eric Stonestreet.
Hi, I'm Margot. I'm Journey.
I'm James McAvoy.
I'm Daniel Radcliffe.
I'm Rebel Wilson.
I'm Jeremy Clarkson.
I'm going to be translating some Scottish tweets for It's Gone Viral.
On It's Gone Viral.
Ooh, on It's Gone Viral.